welcome to another little episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now it depends in what order you've seen these videos, but I also released section 1 of the Q&A on my own channel, and this is part 2. It doesn't matter what part you watch these videos in, what order you watch them in, they're just Q&A videos, but I wanted to give a little incentive to some of my friends to kind of watch this video on the Watch You Want channel, so I split it up into 2 sections. So let's continue. But of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Now I just did this on the other video, and I'm wearing my Panerai PAM 380, one of my favorite watches. If you guys see me looking over here, I'm just reading the questions off my computer. And also, please excuse the audio. As you can see, I'm not in the studio today. I'm on my balcony in my own apartment, and I wish you guys could see the view. As I mentioned in the last video, I don't have the proper lighting, but I hope you guys enjoy the Q&A. So let's get right into the first question. The first question is from Watch Toolkit, and he says, "Hey Federico, in the current watch market, what niches do you feel are yet to be exploited?" This is a really tough question because I feel like a lot of niches have been exploited. We've got dive watches, obviously, aviation watches, we've got throwback watches, vintage reshoes, all of those have been kind of exploited. But I think something where I haven't seen a lot of innovation, or 2 parts where I haven't seen a lot of innovation, is 1, new complications, maybe not new complications, but new ways to read time, kind of like the jump hour. I haven't seen this been exploited in like the under $10,000 price range, so that's number 1. And number 2, are bracelets. I feel like companies still have the same old bracelet designs. And yeah, they're great. The Oyster bracelet is great from Rolex, the Seamaster and Speedmaster bracelets by Omega are great, but I'd love to see some new bracelet designs. I think there's a lot of room to play around with that in the watch market right now. Now the second question is from Matthew Loco. "Hey Federico, have you ever had a guy or girl hit on you while selling a watch?" Oh man, this is a tough one. I don't really remember a girl hitting on me, but I'm pretty sure, actually yeah, never mind. An older Chinese woman, she didn't even speak English, she was probably in her 50s, asked me out to lunch after I sold her a watch through a translator. She loved the girth, and I think to her it was, I was like a protective kind of symbol in her life or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing. I was only with her for maybe half hour, but yeah, that's probably the only time something like that remotely happened. Or maybe she was just trying to be nice and wanted a discount. I really don't know. But yeah, once I was asked out to lunch. I'm not too sure if it was hitting on me, but I'm pretty sure it was hitting on me. Matt JW asks, "What is the watch that started your obsession?" Well, Matt, I actually spoke about this in my last video with Tim. And it's got to be the Breguet Classique white gold with the enamel dial. I'll pop a picture right up here. It was just so beautiful. And before this, I didn't really care about watches. I mean, I had digital watches. I must have been 17, 18 years old at the time. This was just something that looked expensive. And it looked artisanal, yet very, very simple. So I think, while most people kind of start falling in love with Rolexes, for me it was definitely the Breguet Classique. A watch which, by the way, I will definitely own at some point in my life. And Jesse841 asks, "What is my all-time favorite complication or complications?" Well, my 2 favorite are probably the GMT, because my second passion after watches is traveling. I try and leave the continent at least twice a year if I'm able to. And the GMT to me is not only useful when I'm traveling, but romantic even when I'm not traveling, because it reminds me of my love to travel. So like my Eterna Contiki World Time, which I wear a lot, which is not a very expensive watch, reminds me of that. But another one, and probably my top complication, is one that really serves no real purpose, at least for me. and that is a moon phase. It just reminds me of a time in watchmaking gone by. The stars, the blue and gold, which are the usual color palettes for a moon phase, is something that looks old but highly luxurious to me. I don't know. Once again, I'm going to stick it to romance on this one. I think anything with a moon phase just always looks better with a moon phase than it does without a moon phase. So yeah, moon phases. And lastly, RJT65 asks, are reversos the ultimate dress watch? Wow. I'm going to say yes and no. I think the reverso can easily be considered one of the ultimate dress watches in today's market, but I'm going to give it to the tank as slightly more ultimate, just in terms of design and what it was meant for and kind of its iconic status. Yes, the reverso is iconic, but I think the tank is just slightly more iconic in my mind. So yeah, I think the reverso is number 2, or at the very least number 2, or tied for number 1 with the Cartier tank. Anyway guys, I know it was a shorter little video today, but if you want to see more questions, part 1 of this video is on the Federico Talks Watches channel. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I'm on at least 3 times a week, and so is my friend Tim. And of course, check out our Instagram. That's in the description below. Click on the link and check out our Instagram photos. Just a great way to get some watch content, even on the days when we're not uploading, which is quite rare. And the more followers we get actually shows my boss I'm doing my job. So if you care about me, why don't you go ahead and follow us on Instagram. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.